hi. I didn't know you could watch streams. I didn't expect you here, hi. What? What are you doing here? I thought you had summer school. Oh, well, I thought that you made it sound like there was no communication whatsoever. What, so weekends are okay then? That's not what I thought. That makes no sense. I don't understand why you're on... I don't know. Okay, anyway. I'm continuing reading. So, the things you've missed, you'd have to re-listen to in the previous... Anyway. A long day, so now I'm back. I'm gonna do stuff. Right. Okay then. Alright. Yeah, you have to watch the other to know where I am. Anyway. Yeah. Winston picked his way up the lane, through dappled light and shade, stepping out into pools of gold wherever the boughs parted. Under the trees, the left of them, the ground was misty with bluebells. The air seemed to kiss one's skin. It was the 2nd of May. From somewhere deep in the heart of the wood came the droning of ringed doves. He was a bit early. There had been no difficulties about the journey, and the girl was so evidently experienced that he was less frightened than he would normally have been. Presumably, she could be trusted to find a safe place. In general, you could not assume that you were much safer in the country than in London. There were no telescreens, of course, but there was always the danger of concealed microphones by which your voice might be picked up and recognized. Besides, it is not easy to make a journey by yourself without attracting attention. For distances of less than 100 kilometers, it is not necessary to get your passport endorsed, but sometimes there were patrols hanging about the railway stations who examined the papers of any party member they found there and asked awkward questions. However, no patrols had appeared, and on the walk from the station he made sure by cautious backward glances that he was not being followed. The train was full of pros, in holiday mood because of the summery weather. The wooden-seated carriage in which he travelled was filled to overflowing by a single enormous family, ranging from a toothless great-grandmother to a month-old baby, going out to spend an afternoon with in-laws in the country, and, as they freely explained to Winston, to get hold of a little black market butter. The lane widened, and in a minute he came to the footpath she had told him of, a mere cattle track which plunged between the bushes. He had no watch, but it could not be 15 yet. The bluebells were so thick underfoot that it was impossible not to tread on them. He knelt down and began picking some, partly to pass the time away, but also a vague idea that he would like to have a bunch of flowers to offer to the girl when they met. He had got together a big bunch and was smelling their faint sickly scent when a sound at his back froze him, the unmistakable crackle of a foot on twigs. He went on picking bluebells. It was the best thing to do. It might be the girl, or he might have been followed after all. To look round was to show guilt. He picked another and another. A hand fell slightly on his shoulder. He looked up. It was the girl. She shook her head, evidently as a warning that he must keep silent, then parted the bushes and quickly led the way along the narrow track into the wood. Obviously, she had been that way before, for she dodged the boggy pits as though by habit. Winston followed, still clasping his bunch of flowers. His first feeling was relief, but as he watched the strong, slender body moving in front of him, with the scarlet sash that was just tight enough to bring out the curve of her hips, the sense of his own inferiority was heavy upon him. Even now, it seemed quite likely that when she turned around and looked at him, she would draw back after all. The sweetness of the air and the greenness of the leaves daunted him. Already, on the walk from the station, the May sunshine had made him feel dirty and etiolated, a creature of indoors with the sooty dust of London in the pores of his skin. It occurred to him that till now she had probably never seen him in broad daylight in the open. They came to the fallen tree that she'd spoken of. The girl hopped over and forced apart the bushes, in which there did not seem to be an opening. When Winston followed her, he found that they were in a natural clearing, a tiny, grassy knoll, surrounded by tall saplings that shut it in completely. The girl stopped and turned. "Here we are," she said. He was facing her at several paces distance, as yet he did not dare move nearer to her. "I didn't want to say anything in the lane," she went on, "in case there's a mic hidden there. I don't suppose there is, but there could be. There's always the chance of one of those swine recognizing your voice. We're all right here." He still had not the courage to approach her. "We're all right here," he repeated stupidly. "Yes. Look at the trees." They were small ashes, which at some time had been cut down and had sprouted up again into a forest of poles, none of them thicker than one's wrist. "There's nothing big enough to hide a mic in. Besides, I've been here before." They were only making conversation. He had managed to move closer to her now. She stood before him, very upright, with a smile on her face that looked faintly ironical, as though she was wondering why he was so slow to act. The bluebells had cascaded on the ground. They seemed to have fallen of their own accord. He took her hand. "Would you believe," he said, "that till this moment I didn't know what colour your eyes were?" They were brown, he noted, a rather light shade of brown with dark lashes. "Now that you've seen what I really look like, can you still bear to look at me?" "Yes, easily." "I'm 39 years old. I got a wife that I can't get rid of. I've got varicose veins. I've got 5 false teeth." "I couldn't care less," said the girl. The next moment, it was hard to say by whose act, she was in his arms. At the beginning he had no feeling except sheer incredulity. The youthful body was strained against his own, the mass of dark hair was against his face, and yes, actually she had turned her face up and was kissing the wide red mouth. She had clasped her arms about his neck. She was calling him darling, precious one, loved one. He had pulled her down onto the ground. She was utterly unresisting. He could do what he liked with her. But the truth was that he had no physical sensation except that of mere contact. All he felt was incredulity and pride. He was glad that this was happening, but he had no physical desire. It was too soon. Her youth and prettiness had frightened him. He was too much used to living without women. He did not know the reason. The girl picked herself up and pulled a bluebell out of her hair. She sat against him, putting her arm round his waist. "Never mind, dear. There's no hurry. We've got the whole afternoon. Isn't this a splendid hideout? I found it when I got lost once on a community hike. If anyone was coming, you could hear them 100 meters away." "What is your name?" said Winston. "Julia. I know yours." It's Winston. Winston Smith. How did you find that out? I expect I'm better at finding things out than you are, dear. Tell me, what did you think of me before that day I gave you the note? He did not feel any temptation to tell lies to her. It was even a sort of love offering to start off by telling the worst. I hated the sight of you, he said. I wanted to rape you and then murder you afterwards. 2 weeks ago I thought seriously of smashing your head in with a cobblestone. If you really want to know, I imagine that you had something to do with the thought police. The girl laughed delightedly, evidently taking this as a tribute to the excellence of her disguise. No, the thought police? You didn't honestly think that? Well, perhaps not exactly that, but from your general appearance, merely because you're young and fresh and healthy, you understand, I thought that probably... You thought I was a good party member, pure in word and deed. Banners, processions, slogans, games, community hikes, all that stuff. And you thought that if I had a quarter of a chance, I'd denounce you as a thought criminal and get you killed off. Yes, something of that kind. A great many young girls are like that, you know. It's this bloody thing that does it, she said, ripping off the scarlet sash of the Junior Anti-Sex League and flinging it onto a bough. Then, as though touching her waist had reminded her of something, she felt in the pocket of her overalls and produced a small slab of chocolate. She broke it in half and gave one of the pieces to Winston. Even before he had taken it, he knew by the smell that it was a very unusual chocolate. It was dark and shiny and was wrapped in silver paper. Chocolate normally was dull, brown, crumbly stuff that tasted, as nearly as one could describe it, like the smoke of a rubbish fire. But at some time or other, he had tasted chocolate like the piece she had given him. The first whiff of its scent had stirred up some memory which he could not pin down, but which was powerful and troubling. "Where did you get this stuff?" he said. "Black market," she said indifferently. "Actually, I am that sort of girl, to look at. I'm good at games. I was a troop leader in the Spies. I do voluntary work 3 evenings a week for the Junior Anti-Sex League. Hours and hours I spent pasting their bloody rot all over London. I always carry one end of a banner in the processions. I always look cheerful, and I never shirk anything. Always yell with the crowd, that's what I say. It's the only way to be safe." The first fragment of chocolate had melted on Winston's tongue. The taste was delightful. But there was still that memory moving round the edges of his consciousness, something strongly felt but not reducible to a definite shape, like an object seen out of the corner of one's eye. He pushed it away from him, aware only that it was the memory of some action which he would have liked to undo, but could not. "You are very young," he said. "You are 10 or 15 years younger than I am. What could you see to attract you in a man like me?" "It was something in your face. I thought I'd take a chance. I'm good at spotting people who don't belong. As soon as I saw you, I knew you were against them." Them, it appeared, meant the party, and above all the inner party, about whom she talked with an open jeering hatred which made Winston feel uneasy, although he knew that they were safe here if they could be safe anywhere. A thing that astonished him about her was the coarseness of her language. Party members were supposed not to swear, and Winston himself very seldom did swear, aloud at any rate. Julia, however, seemed unable to mention the party, and especially the inner party, without using the kind of words that you saw chalked up in a dripping alleyway. He did not dislike it. It was merely one symptom of her revolt against the party in all its ways, and somehow it seemed natural and healthy, like the sneeze of a horse that smells bad hay. They had left the clearing and were wandering again through the checkered shade, with arms around each other's waists whenever it was wide enough to walk two abreast. He noticed how much softer her waist seemed to feel now that the sash was gone. They did not speak above a whisper. Outside the clearing, Julia said it was better to go quietly. Presently they had reached the edge of the little wood. She stopped him. "Don't go out into the open. There might be someone watching. We're all right if we keep behind the boughs." They were standing in the shade of hazel bushes. The sunlight, filtering through the innumerable leaves, was still hot on their faces. Winston looked out into the field beyond and underwent a curious, slow shock of recognition. He knew it by sight. An old, close-bitten pasture, with a footpath wandering across it and a molehill here and there. In the ragged hedge on the opposite side, the boughs of the elm trees swayed just perceptibly in the breeze, and their leaves stirred faintly in dense masses like women's hair. Surely, somewhere nearby, out of sight, there must be a stream with green pools where dace were swimming. "Isn't there a stream somewhere near here?" he whispered. "That's right. There is a stream. It's at the edge of the next field, actually. There are fish in it, great big ones. You can watch them lying in the pools under the willow trees, waving their tails." "It's the golden country, almost," he murmured. "The golden country?" "It's nothing, really. A landscape I've seen sometimes in a dream." "Look," whispered Julia. A thrush had alighted on a bough not 5 meters away, almost at the level of their faces. Perhaps it had not seen them. It was in the sun, they in the shade. It spread out its wings, fitted them carefully into place again, ducked its head for a moment, as though making a sort of obeisance to the sun, and then began to pour forth a torrent of song. In the afternoon hush, the volume of sound was startling. Winston and Julia clung together, fascinated. The music went on and on, minute after minute, with astonishing variations, never once repeating itself, almost as though the bird were deliberately showing off its virtuosity. Sometimes it stopped for a few seconds, spread out and resettled its wings, then swelled its speckled breast and again burst into song. Winston watched it with a sort of vague reverence. For whom, for what, was that bird singing? No mate, no rival was watching it. What made it sit at the edge of the lonely wood and pour its music into nothingness? He wondered whether, after all, there was a microphone hidden somewhere near. He and Julia had only spoken in low whispers, and it would not pick up what they had said, but it would pick up the thrush. Perhaps at the other end of the instrument some small, beetle-like man was listening intently, listening to that. But by degrees the flood of music drove all speculations out of his mind. It was as though it was a kind of liquid stuff that poured all over him and got mixed up with the sunlight that filtered through the leaves. He stopped thinking and merely felt. The girl's waist and the bend of his arm was soft and warm. He pulled her round so that they were breast to breast. Her body seemed to melt into his. Wherever his hands moved, it was all as yielding as water. The mouths clung together. It was quite different from the hard kisses they had exchanged earlier. When they moved, their faces apart again, both of them sighed deeply. The bird took fright and fled with a clatter of wings. Winston put his lips against her ear. "No," he whispered. "Not here," she whispered back. "Come back to the hideout. It's safer. Quickly, with an occasional crackle of twigs, they threaded their way back to the clearing. When they were once inside the ring of saplings, she turned and faced him. They were both breathing fast, but the smile had reappeared round the corners of her mouth. She stood looking at him for an instant, then felt at the zipper of her overalls. And yes, it was almost as in his dream. Almost as swiftly as he had imagined it. She had torn her clothes off, and when she flung them aside, it was with that same magnificent gesture by which a whole civilization seemed to be annihilated. Her body gleamed white in the sun. But for a moment he did not look at her body. His eyes were anchored by a freckled face with its faint, bold smile. He knelt down before her and took her hands in his. Have you done this before? Of course. Hundreds of times. Well, scores of times anyway. With party members? Yes, always with party members. With members of the inner party? Not with those swine, no. But there's plenty that would if they got half a chance. They're not so holy as they make out. His heart leapt. Scores of times he had done it. He wished it had been hundreds, thousands. Anything that hinted at corruption always filled him with a wild hope. Who knew? Perhaps the party was rotten under the surface, its cult of strenuousness and self-denial simply a sham concealing iniquity. If he could have infected the whole lot of them with leprosy or syphilis, how gladly he would have done so. Anything to rot, to weaken, to undermine. He pulled her down so they were kneeling face to face. Listen, the more men you've had, the more I love you. Do you understand that? Yes, perfectly. I hate purity. I hate goodness. I don't want any virtue to exist anywhere. I want everyone to be corrupt to the bones. Well then, I ought to suit you, dear. I'm corrupt to the bones. You like doing this? I don't mean simply me, I mean the thing itself. I adore it. That was above all that he wanted to hear. Not merely the love of one person, but the animal instinct, the simple, undifferentiated desire. That was the force that would tear the party to pieces. He pressed it down upon the grass among the fallen bluebells. This time there was no difficulty. Presently the rising and the falling of their breasts slowed to normal speed, and in a sort of pleasant helplessness they fell apart. The sun seemed to have grown hotter. They were both sleepy. He reached out for the discarded overalls and pulled them partly over her. Almost immediately they fell asleep and slept for about half an hour. Winston woke first. He sat and watched the freckled face, still peacefully asleep, pillowed on the palm of her hand. Except for her mouth, you could not call her beautiful. There was a line or two around the eyes if you looked closely. The short, dark hair was extraordinarily thick and soft. It occurred to him that he still did not know her surname or where she lived. The young, strong body, now helpless in sleep, awoke in him a pitying, protecting feeling. But the mindless tenderness that he had felt under the hazel tree while the thrush was singing had not quite come back. He pulled the overalls aside and studied her smooth white flank. In the old days, he thought, a man looked at a girl's body and saw that it was desirable, and that was the end of the story. But you could not have pure love or pure lust nowadays. No emotion was pure, because simply everything was mixed up with fear and hatred. Their embrace had been a battle, the the climax of victory. It was a blow struck against the party. It was a political act. "We can come here once again," said Julia. "It's generally safe to use any hideout twice, but not for another month or two, of course." As soon as she woke up, her demeanour had changed. She became alert and businesslike, put her clothes on, knotted the scarlet sash about her waist and began arranging the details of the journey home. It seemed natural to leave this to her. She obviously had a practical cunning which Winston lacked, and she seemed also to have an exhaustive knowledge of the countryside round London stored away from innumerable community hikes. The route she had given him was quite different from the one by which he had come, and brought him out at a different railway station. "Never go home the same way as you went out," she said, as though enunciating an important general principle. She would leave first, and Winston was to wait half an hour before following her. She had named a place where they could meet after work, 4 evenings hence. It was a street in one of the poorer quarters, where there was an open market which was generally crowded and noisy. She would be hanging about among the stalls, pretending to be in search of shoelaces or sewing thread. If she judged that the coast was clear, she would blow her nose when he approached. Otherwise, he was to walk past her without recognition. But, with luck, in the middle of the crowd, it would be safe to talk for a quarter of an hour and arrange another meeting. "And now I must go," she said as soon as he had mastered his instructions. "I'm due back at 19:30. I've got to put in 2 hours for the Junior Anti-Sex League, handing out leaflets or something. Isn't it bloody? Give me a brush down, would you? Have I got any twigs in my hair? Are you sure? Then goodbye, my love. Goodbye." She flung herself into his arms, kissed him almost violently, and a moment later pushed her way through the saplings and disappeared into the wood with a very little noise. Even now he had not found out her surname or her address. However, it made no difference, for it was inconceivable that they could ever meet indoors or exchange any kind of written communication. As it happened, they never went back to the clearing in the wood. During the month of May, there was only one further occasion on which they actually succeeded in making love. That was in another hiding place known to Julia, the belfry of a ruined church in an almost deserted stretch of country where an atomic bomb had fallen 30 years earlier. It was a good hiding place when once you got there, but the getting there was very dangerous. For the rest, they could only meet in the street, in a different place every evening and never more than half an hour at a time. In the street, it was usually possible to talk, after a fashion. As they drifted down the crowded pavements, not quite abreast and never looking at one another, they carried on a curious intermittent conversation which flicked on and off like the beams of a lighthouse, suddenly nipped into silence by the approach of a party uniform or the proximity of a telescreen. Then taken up again minutes later in the middle of a sentence, and abruptly cut short as they parted at the agreed spot, then continued almost without introduction on the following day. Julia appeared to be quite used to this kind of conversation, which she called talking by installments. She was also surprisingly adept at speaking without moving her lips. Just once, in almost a month of nightly greetings, they managed to exchange a kiss. They were passing in silence down a side street. Julia would never speak when they were away from the main streets. When there was a deafening roar, the earth heaved and the air darkened, and Winston found himself lying on his side, bruised and terrified. A rocket bomb must have dropped quite near at hand. Suddenly, he became aware of Julia's face a few centimeters from his own, deathly white as chalk. Even her lips were white. She was dead. He clasped her against him and found that he was kissing a live, warm face. But there was some powdery stuff that got in the way of his lips. Both of their faces were thickly coated with plaster. There were evenings when they reached their rendezvous and had to walk past one another without a sign, because a patrol had just come round the corner or a helicopter was hovering overhead. Even if it had been less dangerous, it would still have been difficult to find time to meet. Winston's working week was 60 hours, Julia's was even longer, and their 3 days varied according to the pressure of work and did not often coincide. Julia, in any case, seldom had an evening completely free. She spent an astonishing amount of time in attending lectures and demonstrations, distributing literature for the Junior Anti-Sex League, preparing banners for Hate Week, making collections for the Savings Campaign, and such like activities. It paid, she said. It was camouflage. If you kept the small rules, you could break the big ones. She even induced Winston to mortgage yet another one of his visit evenings by enrolling himself for the part-time munition work which was done voluntarily by zealous party members. So, every evening every week, Winston spent 4 hours of paralyzing boredom, screwing together small bits of metal which were probably parts of bomb fuses, in a drafty, ill-lit workshop where the knocking of hammers mingled drearily with the music of the telescreens. When they met in the church tower, the gaps in their fragmentary conversation were filled up. It was a blazing afternoon. The air in the little square chamber above the bells was hot and stagnant, and smelt overpoweringly of pigeon dung. They sat talking for hours on the dusty, twig-littered floor, one or other of them getting up from time to cast a glance through the narrow slit and make sure that no one was coming. Julia was 26 years old. She lived in a hostel with 30 other girls. Always in the stink of women. How I hate women, she said parenthetically. And she worked, as he had guessed, on the novel-writing machines in the fiction department. She enjoyed her work, which consisted chiefly in running and servicing a powerful but tricky electric motor. She was not clever, but was fond of using her hands and felt at home with machinery. She could describe the whole process of composing a novel, from the general directive issued by the planning committee down to the final touching up by the rewrite squad. But she was not interested in the finished product. She didn't much care for reading, she said. Books were just a commodity that had to be produced, like jam or bootlaces. She had no memories of anything before the early 60s, and the only person she had ever known who talked frequently in the days before the revolution was a grandfather who had disappeared when she was 8. At school, she had been captain of the hockey team and had won gymnastics trophy 2 years running. She had been a troop leader in the Spies and a branch secretary in the youth league before joining the Junior Anti-Sex League. She had always borne of an excellent character. She had even, an infallible mark of good reputation, been picked out to work in Pornosec, the subsection of the fiction department which turned out cheap pornography for distribution among the pros. It was nicknamed Muck House by the people who worked on it, she marked. There she had remained for a year, helping to produce booklets and sealed packets with titles like Spanking Stories or One Night in a Girls' School, to be bought furtively by proletarian youths who were under the impression that they were buying something illegal. I think that's about how much I will read for tonight, for now. It's been a long day. It's nice that you're here, though. And plus, why are you saying no? Oh, why are you saying no? You're saying no because you don't quite understand exactly what's going on right now. I don't think the current state of affairs. I think you'll understand that if you listen to the previous stream, and the previous stream might be about an hour long. I don't remember, kind of short compared to the usual, you know. So, not really as in what? As in like you're not really up to date, or you're not really all that confused? Because you did miss a bit. Because there were important things in the previous reading that contribute wholly to this one. But, oh yeah, then you'd have to listen to the previous one. You may have no choice. So, also, question. Do you have a friend named Ravi? Not Discord, but Ravi? Perhaps a friend you know of who is also trying to talk to me? Or, like, get to know me? Because of you? And probably what you've said? Oh, yes? Okay, well, yeah. She says she talks a lot, but I don't think she does. Yes, I know you know her at IRL. I know that. I'm aware. But, okay, well, it's interesting. Oh, God, sorry. I don't know if she really joined the server. I don't think she did. Otherwise, I would have gotten the notification. A lot, really? You sure about that? Who wins, me or her? Because I honestly, you haven't really heard me speak. I can talk for like 10 hours straight or more. And I've done that on road trips from Washington State to California. It takes a while and I talk through most of it. No joke. Until my voice is hoarse. Which doesn't really seem to be saying very much. I check her messages, really not a lot of substance. I guess I have to wait to get to see that side of her. Maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah. Oh yeah, when was this? Man, I am so tired. See, I would read more, and technically this would be the shortest reading I've ever done. My readings typically would go beyond 1 hour, but this is about just over half an hour, and that's because of how tired I really am. I've had a long, long day, so walking around everywhere. Oh yeah? Well, that was a while ago. Why does she choose to want to talk to me now? It seems so late, yeah? Because it's been almost... Can you believe it? It's been almost a year. Crazy. Crazy. I may rest. Oh, I may rest for about 17 minutes and then I will probably draw or something. Yeah. Things have been rather lonely when you were gone. And the rest of the... Yeah. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh no, no. Ugh. I was falling asleep as I was saying that. Don't even remember what I was going. I said rest of the... Oh, yes, because I was like half dreaming when I was saying that. Ignore that sentence. Starter. Anyway. I got things. I haven't done traditional art in so long. More lively? No! It's been quite dead. Quite absolutely dead. Child is gone. No! It's been dead. But I haven't done traditional art in so long that I might do some of it. I don't know. I'm in a weird state where I think I'm in need of a sort of break from. I've been taking a needed break from drawing. I think because I've been drawing non-stop, and then now I need a break from it. I just want this break to go away because I have a lot of things I wish I could do, but I can't get myself to do it. It happens occasionally, but man, don't like it. Question? Well, just ask. And also this gives me an excuse to be able to practice this anyhow. Because, you know, I have a lot to improve. I have, and I will solve it. I've yet to properly look at it. Because I've been mentally inundated. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm typing. God, I can't type. There we go. I need to rest. Oh, sorry. You need to rest. You seem tired. I've never heard you do. Oh, I don't know. Yes, I've been tired. Don't worry. Oh, are you going to be sneaking tomorrow too? Because I know I'm going to be reading tomorrow as well. At some point, probably earlier, not this late. Yeah, likely earlier. Also, I got a new mic stand. Finally, it's a replacement for my previous one because my previous one was breaking so badly and it couldn't keep up the right weight. This one's better because it has a slightly different build. But I'm so happy my microphone is properly positioned now. Yay! It was a pain before. It was so bad before. I hated it. Much hate. You know, I'm still curious. Who is the other person? There's always... See, even when you're not here, Rebel, there's always one other person who's watching the stream. I don't know who it is. I never know. It's like, ever since, I don't know who... I don't think they're ever going to answer. I think they're going to stay in the shadows and stay mysterious, so I have to keep on guessing. I don't know who the other person is. It's curious. I'm kind of waking myself up just now. Good. I don't feel like sleeping yet. Because I have things to do. Oh. I don't think they will. It's okay if they don't. I guess they keep up the mystery if they don't show. No? What? What do you mean? And it gives me opportunity to talk, you know? It's good practice and whatever. Well, I'm technically resting by sitting here, right? Because I've been walking all day and now I'm sitting in my chair in my room with the lovely absence of my roommate. It's almost as if I can count on her to be gone. Although I don't think she's going to be gone for long because her laptop is still here. Normally it's not here, so surely she's going to come back for it. Unless she's more of a phone person, less of a computer person. This is nice. I like just talking. I like it. Don't look angry. This is relaxation. I'm not walking. Walking. Language. Practice language. La 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 la. Oh, let's see. I'm going to do something. I want to draw, but I don't know. There's so many things. That's the thing. I'm kind of tied mentally. So there's multiple things I want to do, and I can't settle down to do any one thing, and then I end up getting frustrated and just ending up doing none of the things I wanted to do because I don't know. I probably what's going to happen is when I conclude this stream, I'm going to perhaps play some Smash. Oh, okay, wait. So, you promise after your schooling, you're going to get a Switch, yeah? Is that a promise? Like immediately after? Because, you know, we have to fight. Okay, well, what is a probable promise? That doesn't really seem to sit, does it? Well, is it safe to say there's a good chance of it happening? Okay, well, once you have it, we have to fight, yeah? You and your Lucina, and me and my Bowser and other things. Yeah, okay. So, I'm also getting another person to get a Switch too, so we can all just do things. I remember earlier on, I was like, you know, I wish more people had a Switch so we could all fight, you know, and one day I would like it for more people to have it, so, you know, it's less of a difficult thing to find people to fight, you know, and what it's fun to fight people you know and improve together and all that, I don't know. But, you know, it's funny, because people first had it, and then I have it, and now you say you're going to get one, and then Kay has one, and Keela says she's going to get one, and I have a friend who I've convinced to get one also, and then there's another person I met in class who apparently plays Smash and has it too, so it's like, you know what, look what's happening. Something I never expected would happen is happening, but that generally is the definition of circumstance in my life, so... Yeah? Okay, well, be prepared to see a lot of Little Mac. If you know how to fight Little Mac, it's not hard to counteract. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. Also, have you been practicing your own, you know, accent at all? Just curious, because I don't have very much opportunity to really enforce it spontaneously like this. Usually it's only as a product of reading, and that's good too. It's very good, very, very good. It contributes to everything, but it's different than when one speaks without words before their eyes, because I don't know, you have to think of everything on the spot. And sometimes I found that it could be a little bit limiting for me, as opposed to how I could more comfortably speak outside of this accent. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Well, by the London trip, you should hopefully be good. No? I'm still adamant about that. I want to get really good so that no one could question me. Nobody. That's a dream. I hope I'm getting closer to that goal. I really want to be closer to that goal. Right. Yeah. I want to be efficient. Beyond proficient, I want to be efficient, because, you know, and that includes knowledge of actual, like, British history and, you know, the locality of everything and whatever else. Of course, like, cultural things. And, you know, vocabulary is obvious, because, you know, they use words that aren't used here and vice versa. So that has to go down, and I need to perfect my pronunciation, because, you know, I don't know, I want it to be as good as it can get. I'm very close to it. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, it's Saturday. It's Saturday for another 35 minutes. No, I'm an idiot. It's 45 minutes. I can't do math. No. Normally I can do math. Yeah, probably good. You know what I want? Okay, listen. The thing, okay, you know, using a webcam to show Smash is fun and all, but I really do want, like, a capture card, because then I can display my utter failure in full definition to the world. I want a capture card, I do. I don't know how it works though, quite. Let me see. No? Oh, what? What do you mean, no? They're so expensive. A decent one. I need a decent one. Oh, but it's so much money. I don't have this much money. And even if I do, I don't want to spend this much. Oh, this is not bad. Okay, this is with it. This is under $100. Oh God, so much. It's a pretty good rating too. It's almost 5 stars. Okay, this one is 60. 70. God, so expensive. Ugh. I want a decent one that isn't so much money. No, she's not. Wait. She's. What? Hang on. You are not the mystery person. No. You've been watching my channel. What do you mean? No. All the time. No, there must be 3 people. This makes no sense. Yeah, I know, it's not you. Yeah, see, you're the 3rd person, see? Yeah, I told you. You're the 3rd person. I told you, yeah. Why am I speaking in accent? Did you know that? I like accents. Don't know that? I guess not. Now you know. Yeah, see, there's 3 people. Yeah, see. Whoever the initial first person is, I have no idea. It's not me. I know that you can get 0 watching, and, you know, what Twitch does is, like, Twitch sometimes... no, Twitch considers the streamer to be one of the people in the count, but YouTube doesn't do that. YouTube is just whoever else is watching the stream, yeah. So, I don't know who that is. I don't do it in real life because I'm too nervous. I'm too nervous to do it, so you never heard me do it. Okay? Otherwise I would. But hey, now you hear me. Back in the day? Oh, really? No, it's not you. There's 3 people in this stream. I promise you, it's not you. I know it's not you. Yeah, so. Yeah. Yeah. This is interesting as my various worlds are coming together. My online world and my more in real life world. You know. I like how your name is Jimin Lee. You really like him, don't you? A lot of people do and I don't understand it. No, I do. I have a silent view and I don't know who it is. I wonder if they're listening. They must be laughing really hard or something. I don't know. It's okay. I don't mind the mystery. It keeps it fresh. Wonder when we'll figure it out. Oh? Well, who's Jimin Lee? What? I don't... All these Jimins. I don't know all of them. What are you talking about? Ah! I may know the culture, okay? But I don't know the people. Because I don't pay attention. Ever. Oh my god, I need a good capture card. I don't... Oh my god. There are no good capture cards. Well, there are, but I need to find one that's like a really... as cheap as it can be. But really good for it. Oh yeah? Are you sure about that? Really? Okay. Also, how much Korean do you know? Because you say you... 4 quarters worth of Korean, yeah? How much can you speak? I meant to ask that to you before, but I never got the chance to. Really? Okay. Interesting, okay. I'm curious though, how much Korean you really do know? Or you come to know till now? 그래. 조금 말해야지. 언제는 뭐 해야지. 몰라. I said very simple words. You should know. Maybe you understand some of them. I don't know. 이거 알아들을 수 있어? 너무 어려워? 쉬워? Whoa, what's highing? I'm confused. What does that mean? Oh no. Also, Oh my god, Korean spelling. It's so weird in English. I don't quite agree with it. 너무 이상해. 나도 한국말 더 잘해야 돼. 그렇게 잘 못해. 어릴 때 너무 아주 완전히 한국 사람이었는데 지금은 많이 죽었어. Dying? Why are you dying? I think that's the first time you heard me speak. No, it's not. It's not the first time. It's the second time you heard me. What's in the face? What's in the faces? No, it's okay. No, that's no problem. No, that's my attitude to any Korean English. I don't know. It's not romaji. You know what I mean. I don't know what it's called in like Englishified Korean. I don't know. Yes, you are. Hey. Jim, it's weird to call you that. Is that how you want me to refer to you in front of other people? Is that how you want me to call you? Jimin? Is that how you want me to call you? If so, I'll call you that. Otherwise, I don't know whether you want me to use your other name or what. You must have been very were you confused when you entered the stream and you heard someone who was speaking like a different English? Did you think it was someone else? I wonder. Oh god, I need to find capture card. God, what is the cheapest? This must be the cheapest, No, I found one that was like no, it's too expensive. It's too much. First time I heard you speak Korean was when you thought I was Korean because I understood you at the start of your football. Was really? Oh really? God, I don't even remember that. Okay, then this is the third time you heard me. Yeah. Okay. What? How should I refer to you? Oh. Oh yeah. Was it that good? Yes. I hope so. This is a lot of effort. It took me. This is the result of 7 months of practice. You have no idea what I went through. I hope you can tell the difference between my various accents. Oh! And switching between the two. Confusing. 헷갈려. 아니야! 그렇게 잘 못해. 아니야! Come on! No, it's funny. She can't understand me. I'm saying no. Okay. I'm used to calling you Gigi just because that's the name I yeah, I'll just call you that. Oh, come on! Come on. Oh hey, Gigi. Did you wanna join my server? That's where all of us hang out. We all know each other. I'm the hinge ligament between the two clam parts. No, she does not speak Korean. You're the only person, and me. 우리만이야. 다른 애들은 한국말 못해. 한국말 몰라 아예 그냥. Okay, wait, let me send it. 알아들어. 서버이 아주 조용해. 사람들 있는데 그렇게 오래 없어. Anyway, yeah, there you go. It must be. This is really weird. Honestly, it's really weird. It's like it's so normal for me to speak Korean with parents, but to anyone else, it feels very strange for me to do it. Not gonna lie. Oh god, I want this so badly. I want a capture card. People say this one is decent. I guess. God, why is so much money? So expensive. Alright, this one's a different version. 알았어. Oh, here's the thing. When I spell Korean, I never really learned the proper way to spell anything in Korean, so I do it all by sound. And it works. It's fine. Anyone who reads it, they understand completely what I'm saying, but it's just, it's weird. I used to be, oh man, I was basically like Korean born, like that was how good I was. I was totally Korean, but I lost it just because, I mean, I had no use for it when I started school, so yeah. 실망. 안타까워. 시간이 너무 흘렸어. 아무것도 몰라. I have no idea how much you learned in 4 quarters of Korean, but I have no idea, but I don't know. Can you understand everything I say? 완전히 다 알아들을 수 있어? 단어도 다? I have no idea. All I know is like 3/4 of German is still not enough to really efficiently understand German. That's what I know. So how does this work? Oh my god, how do you use this? Oh my gosh, this is confusing. I'm sorry, I'm looking at capture cards right now. Oh. 두고 봐. 내가 한국말 아주 잘하면 좀 있으면 말을 못 알아들어. Well, here's the thing. Both of you can understand. Oh, I don't know if I should say that. Never mind. Okay, I'll say this. Other than English, Gigi and Rebel can both speak the same language. There is one more language that both of you can speak. I won't say it for privacy reasons, because I don't think you two are comfortable with it, but other than English, you two actually can understand each other in one other language. I'm trying to look at capture cards right now. Yes, Punjabi. No, you don't know each other. I promise, you don't know each other. Rebel isn't even in the US, so. But both of you are of the same culture. Weird. What's happening right now? I'm sorry, okay? 진짜 미안하다. 웃기지? Oh my god. My god, these capture cards are expensive. I was wrong. Operation washed out. It's okay, I only have 60 frames, it's okay. Convert streaming. Easy setup, that's through on black screens and white text could easily be my setup is okay, I'll monitor but until I can test it, it'll keep it 5 stars. My purpose is to run smoothly at 1080p, 60 FPS and no delay in OBS when streaming. This is a godsend since I only have one monitor and play the games through OBS. I don't use it to record voice, but the inputs are on the card if you choose to. When my PC is off and the card is plugged in, it'll run the fan on my PC as it is still drawing power through the USB. That is a small con and easily fixable via unplugging the cord. Okay. Flawlessly switch. Best product for the price, go for the 4K at 60 FPS input because it can output. Okay, switch, I see. There are not a lot of rules, okay? You were just unfamiliar, I think. If you want a lot of rules, you have to go to other servers. I know, Rebel, I know. I know. I've known... She's someone I met in the first quarter of freshman year. Okay, let's see. Xbox, etc. Can it do Switch? Is that a question? Let's see. Hopefully it's a good... No. Recording, headphones. Oh my god, 97 questions. Can record, max stream, blah blah. A Switch. People said Switch works, so you know maybe it's good for that. Xbox. God. Okay, wait, hang on. It seems reasonable, but there seems to be a bit of a difficult thing going on with it. I don't know why. Oh my god, everything else is so expensive though, I don't like it. Oh my god, I really don't like it. 69 is... no, I don't know, don't trust it. 77. Why is this good? Wait, people say this is good. Why? It looks so simple. Oh my god, why is it this simple? Switch, PC... Sorry if this is boring. I didn't mean for it to be boring, I'm just kind of distracted right now. I'm not tired now, I'm awake, that's the thing. So thanks for that. Now I don't have to waste time sleeping yet, because you know, it's too early for me. Okay, so HDMI goes in that way. What? I don't understand this. What am I looking at? Oh no. Okay, yeah, okay. So... I don't understand this. Well, how does it... Wait. Why don't... Oh, wait, what? Oh, is it HDMI? Oh, is that... Yeah, okay. That makes sense, okay. Y compatibility. Oh, that's so simple. Dude, that is so simplistic. That's all you do, you just plug it in. Wow. Exactly what I needed. This is a perfect addition to my order. Okay, blah blah. Interface costing twice. I don't perfectly record so far. I've been transmit at any problem. Both. That's two things. Simple. Let's go back to the above one. Whoa! Oh! Why does it look like that? No way. No! I'm good. Oh! VCR. Oh, I see. No wonder it looks like this. Okay, that answers my question. I was so confused. Well, I know Elgato is good, but it's expensive. Why are you angry? I told you I'm okay. Don't be cross with me. Okay. NTEFiv. You know, this one is only like $1 more. Sorry, I'm reading. I want a capture card. It'd be so cool to have. And people can watch me fail. I don't know. Oh no! Oh no. I am resting. There's more forms of resting. Well, I'm awake now, okay? This communication we've been having has reawakened me. I know! Don't worry! I know! Oh, this one is just like it. It's so simple. Yes! I want this! Wait, hang on. Oh, this looks so good. Oh my god. You know what? This might be reasonable. It's so simple looking. Let me see. The reviews are decent. Pretty good, really. It's almost perfect. Oh, so simple. Yeah! I might go for this. You know what? I might be willing to go for this. Oh my god, what happened? Easy to use, hobby, high quality. What's this? Please be a good review. Oh, it is? Ooh. Okay, you know what? Is you reasonable? Everyone seems to love it. Will this work with tablet? Blah, 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 blah. Oh. There's only one HDMI port and this into your computer. Then you will have to use your HDMI out port on the computer. Whoa, hang on. Okay, wait. How do you capture Nintendo Switch gameplay on a TV? Oi! I am resting. This is how I what? Now I am both of you telling me the same thing. I promise you, I'm okay. Okay? I rest when I need to. Stop! This is my resting. Am I studying right now? Not really. Not academically, no. You should learn that about me. How do you capture Nintendo Switch gameplay on TV? There's only one HDMI in, and you'd either have to plug it into the Switch or TV from the card. You would need to connect your Switch to this device HDMI port, then this to your computer. Then you have to use your HDMI out port on the computer to connect to the TV. You will also need OBS to capture the gameplay. Wait. You will need to connect your Switch to this device. Okay, wait. To your computer. Then you have to use the out port on the computer connected to HDMI. On the TV. Do I need that? I don't need that. No, I don't. If I connect it, it's the alternative is the same, so I would see it on my monitor. Then you will also need OBS to capture the gameplay. Oh! Okay, seems simple. Wait, hang on. Will it work with OBS? Please tell me it works with OBS. OBS is the way to go, and I don't want to waste my money on something that won't really work well with OBS. OBS. I use this in the Nintendo Switch. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you know that about me, then why are you telling me to sleep? Or like relax when I am clearly relaxing? Windows. Can I capture Windows? Videos. Might do my HDTV. Show me everything that's do OBS, please. I want to know. OBS. There's only one with OBS. You serious? That is annoying. Oh wait, never mind. Software, extra hardware first. No. Okay. This hardware, no. You're using it for no. Switch it. I'm looking at OBS. PS4. No. What do you mean you can't see me? What? You hear it from my voice? I've read so much at this point. Can't you hear my emotions and everything and conditions from my voice alone? Am I that bad of an actor? I wish I probably am. Well, sorry. I'm not an Indian person. I do not share the same ethnicity. To me, resting is this. And I don't think what I do is like has anything to do with my ethnicity. No. It's my person. You need another software to capture the video. OBS is open software free to use. Okay, this works OBS. You know what? I trust it. It's okay. It's good. We're all good. Okay, I trust it. Alright. Gonna go for it. I'm gonna get this now. Why did you retract your image? Oh my god, your message. What'd you do that for? Okay, I'm going to get a capture card. Change address, please. You're welcome. I'm the meeting place of everyone. Okay, this address is the correct one. July 15. It's not that far away. I'm not going to be rushing for it. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's 17. Changed it. It's okay. Well, it's kind of far. Oh my god, why is it so expensive? Oh. What? Hang on. Is shipping that much money? No, it's not. It's free. Why is my total that much money? What do you mean? Hang on. Oh, tax. God, that is unpleasant. That's a lot of tax. Fine. Oh god. Okay, well... Let's go for it. Okay, got a capture card. Apparently it's coming now. Robot spirits. Oh my god. It's such a good looking thing, but I'm not afraid of it going away. I'm sure I can find things like this. Yeah, see, there's more. Yeah, see, they're everywhere. You can find a lot of these. Oh my god, so expensive though. A lot of money. Nah. Okay, well, I got a card. Ordered one now. No, you don't. You know a lot of things. Buy a rock. It's me. You should know this by now. Don't pretend to be foolish. Anyway, I'm going to play some Smash now, so... Sadly, I guess you can't sneak anymore. What? A gaming system? No. A capture card is what you use to... Well, essentially, it's in the name. To capture the gameplay off a different system. It could be gameplay, it could be a TV, it could be anything, but capture footage off a different device. That's what this is. So, I have a Nintendo Switch, and I play Smash on it. And so I think... I've kind of fancied the idea of using a capture card to, you know, put it on to a stream or something, just because of anyone who would be interested in watching me fail. Is essentially it. So, why not? Not really signals. It's direct. It's no. There's no. It's not signals. It's just directly recording it. You know, it's not really a signal. A signal is like radiated reception. No, but yeah, I'm not great. I die a lot because I have bad habits and I can't figure out how to get over that because I'm not that knowledgeable yet in Smash. So I will be. Anyway, sadly, I guess this would be the end of your sneaking in this because I can't imagine that you'd be able to sneak over on Discord for some reason. You can do YouTube but not Discord. Don't know, but okay. Sad because it's been rather uneventful. Feels very strange. Well, I'm sad. Glad you were here, but I'm sad. So, I guess I'm going to... No problem. Yeah, I'm going to play some Smash, I suppose. I'll be on the server, so if you want to talk, just type out your messages in the server. Also, GG, go to your tags. You should... Did you read the rules? Clearly you did not. Read the rules. Okay? Read the rules, and then you do your member ledger introduction. Not... I meant GG. I know you can't. I said, I meant to whoever who can. I said, if you wanted to speak, you'd just be there and talk. To anyone. They're all nice. I don't know that song, but okay. I'm clueless about everything. So... yeah, I'll be back to stream tomorrow, reading, whatever. Funny, because guess what? I said this at 11:15, and now we have about just under 15 minutes left till tomorrow, so... Ugh, no. Are you coming into the stream tomorrow? Okay. Well, sadness, don't remind me. Sad. Oh god, that's chokingly bad. Anyway, Okay, good night, bye. Gigi, Rebel, and the other mysterious person whom I don't know who, but I really appreciate that you